Hello, hello, hello. This is Shanae Andrea, and we're going to continue with the 10 distinctions between the millionaires and the middle class by Keith Cameron Smith. Today, we're going to start with distinction number 7, which is millionaires take calculated risk, and the middle class is afraid of risk. I want to explain that one of the major reasons why I am in the process of giving this information is that, when I was new to network marketing, there was so much I felt like I did not know. And so I took a lot of time to try to create, and learn and get information before jumping out there. And so I learned that if I inserted education into certain parts of my day where I wasn't doing much, then it would really, really help me to speed up my learning curve process and to be able to feel more confident as I was getting started. So the middle class is trapped in the rat race, and the reason why is because the middle class does not like to take risks. The author mentions this multiple times, and he says the only way out of the rat race is to take risks. Again, the only way out of the race is to take risks. And one last time, the only way out of the rat race is to take risks. So if you're new to MLM, if you're new to network marketing, if you are new to some type of decision that you've made where you're now consuming information in order to do things to make yourself better, then you have taken that risk, and now you're probably in the process of getting ready to start assisting other people in doing the same thing. If you take risk out of life, you take opportunity out of life as well. This means, and calculated risk means, that you gain knowledge first and consider the consequences of failing before you take action. So let's review that a little bit further. Both millionaires and the middle class have fears. The way they handle the fear, however, determines the results that they get in life. So millionaires overcome fear, and usually the middle class submit to it. And we view fear as darkness, and we view knowledge as light. Now, there are so many different paths that we can take for those particular thought process. The fear is darkness and the knowledge is light. But if we just stick to how things are portrayed in our day-to-day world, when it's something we are not aware of, when we do not know, we tend to have a negative connotation to it because we don't know. We've never experienced it. So if you're a parent and your child wants to do something you're not aware of, then there's a hesitation to allow them to step into that different thing. Once you make yourself aware, whether it's going online and looking at the information, whether it's speaking to someone who else has handled that. When you make yourself aware, you have knowledge, and in that knowledge comes the ability to make a better decision, and therefore you come into light. So in darkness, you were in a place where you did not know, and as you become aware, you come into light. That is in so many different cases, just in general. So with knowledge, fear tends to disappear. So millionaires educate themselves before taking risk, and they consider the consequences of failing. Right now, you're in a millionaire mindset. You are educating yourself, and as you continue to educate yourself, you will be able to take more risk. 3 questions that the author says he was asked by his mentor. The first is, what is the best thing that can happen? Second, what is the worst thing that can happen? Third, what is the most likely thing to happen? If you can live with the very worst and you can live with what's most likely, then go for it. The fear of failure. It's not a matter of if you will fail, but when. Millionaires understand that failure is a part of the path to success. And the reason that the middle class fears failure is because we feel that failure is something that is bad. If you feel failure, you will not take risk. With risk, there is the possibility of failure. So stop. The fear of failure, your perception and response to failure will determine the level of success you can achieve. When millionaires fail, they learn and try again. When the middle class people fail, they stop taking risks. A common phrase is, I tried that before and I am not doing it again. The fear of rejection. The middle class puts too much importance in the acceptance of others. So here's the key to success. You must want to succeed more than you want the acceptance of other people. The fear of loss. Millionaires play to win. The middle class plays not to lose. If the fear of loss, if you fear loss, you will only play defense when it comes to your chance of financial freedom will be zero. So he uses the analogy of a football team. And if all they did was play defense, if that's all their game was, then they would never win. So you don't want your entire life to be on the defensive. You've got to go on the offense. You've got to go for it. The biggest gap in the world is between the words I should and the actions of I did. Live like you were dying. The author speaks about a survey that he conducted of the elderly, people over 90, that were asked if you had to live life over again, what would you do differently? And the three top answers that they gave were take more risk, reflect more in the moment. So stopping and being aware of what was happening around you, family, friends, and moments, and to do more things that will live on after you are gone. So when you are at the end of your life, you will have more regrets over the things you didn't do than the things that you actually did. Again, remember that knowledge is light and fear is darkness, and shine your light into the darkness. So the author ends this with the middle class admits to its fears and lives with regrets, excuse me. And in my life, I have so many times done exactly that. And so I want to, after reading this chapter, being a person of action, I want to make sure that I am saying I did. And even if I failed in the I did, I actually attempted. I got up, I got out, I made a movement, and I did something. And in doing something, I might not have gotten me accomplished. I might not have accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, but I guarantee that I will have done something more than what I would have done if I did absolutely nothing. I have definitely had a fear of failure, not in the sense of and not in the sense of just, oh, I don't want to fail, but I have had a fear of failure in the sense of, how I am reflected in the eyes of the people that I love and the level in which I have been able to achieve in life because I do not want to be considered a failure. And so, of course, with that, being considered a failure means that you are in fear of rejection. Even in what I'm doing right now, I am opening myself up to others either deciding that what I'm doing is valuable or then deciding that what I'm doing is of no value. So I am so thankful to have spent this time with you. I hope very much that you have gotten value out of what we're doing here. And if you have any additional questions as to what I'm doing to assist families and others in becoming financially free, having personal freedom, and just being able to live an extraordinary life, please contact me. My information will be attached. I look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.